Okay, welcome back to Cooking with Pros, and I'm back with Chafie. Chafie is now going to taste the shrimp. This is the appetizer, so he's actually eating while he's cooking, but that's okay. I'll allow him to. That's fine. We're finger friendly over here.
I need a napkin or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right, while Chafie's enjoying his appetizer, I'm going to show you the second part of our rice. You're going to take what are called pigeon peas. No, you can have all of it. Okay, so we're going to take some pigeon peas. You're just going to get this in basically what they call the ethnic food section or international food section. You want to take your peas, and you want to drain them off like this. I'll probably rinse it a little bit as well, just to kind of get the additional whatever. There we go. And you're going to throw this into your rice, which has already been simmering for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to throw it into the rice. I'm going to mix it around, and I'm going to put it on to low. We're going to let it simmer for an additional about 10-15 minutes. All right, so we got that. Now Chafie is going to move into the coleslaw part of our fish tacos. So he's going to mix together sour cream, mayonnaise. Again, I'm not a low-fat kind of cook. And we're going to do the easy route for the coleslaw. We're just going to actually throw in store-bought salsa as opposed to using all kinds of different chopped up vegetables. This is the easy route. It's all about easy. So, all right. So you were telling us about your choice to go to Penn State and what that meant to you. Now, explain to me how you got from Penn State into the World Sports Agency.
I would just say, when I ended up getting to Penn State, it turned out excellent for me.
Of course it did, because it was Penn State.
It was, in my opinion, one of the best choices I ever made in regards to preparing me for life. I made a lot of lifetime friends, lifelong friends, and a lot of great experiences. When I left Penn State, I went on to play the San Francisco 49ers and the Broncos.
Okay.
And that experience, one time, my attitude.
Mix this up first. Mix it up, and then you're gonna throw the coleslaw into the mixture and toss it around. Okay.
The world of professional sports was an interesting one for me. And I've seen a lot of things, experienced a lot of things. One of my best friends actually growing up was a guy who played basketball. His name is Chafie Fields.
Oh, okay.
And obviously he went on to play in the NBA a long time, about 3 years before I left to go play in the NFL. So I had some experience with professional sports, but once I got there and realized the different hurdles and different things that guys face every day, and more than anything else, how guys end up, it bothers me.
Right. So you're saying end up as far as when their career ends?
When the career is over,
Okay.
you know, 80% of guys are starting over again. No more money, no more anything. It's time to find a new career.
Right.
Which I just didn't feel real good about it. Really bothered me.
Did you feel like basically a lot of these people just hadn't been adequately prepared for their career after the fact?
Well, see, not necessarily adequately prepared, but it was also a situation where there was no guidance for them.
Okay.
You know, these guys get an opportunity to play professional sports with a jump start on life, especially financially. But nobody prepared them, number one, how to take care of finances. And number two, what are you going to do next? You know, professional sports is not necessarily a career for them. You know, most of these guys that are done, still a young man, probably 30, maybe 20, 30.
All right, hold on. All right, Chafie's going to throw the coleslaw in real quick, and you're going to toss it around. What I'm doing or have done on the in-between is our fish tacos are actually made with tilapia. I'm going to cut back on the fat. I'm just not going to actually deep fry them, which I normally would. We're just going to pan sear these. So we have the tilapia. I put it into my grill pan, and I just put a little bit of pepper and salt. That's all we're going to use. You're going to mix this together with the tongs. Take the tongs. Toss it around. We're tossing. Toss it around. There you go. We're tossing. All right, so basically, what would you say the biggest obstacle that you've seen as far as professional athletes, once they leave the world of professional sports, what's the biggest obstacle they encounter?
The biggest obstacle probably is taking a young man, and it's basically literally like winning a lottery. 90% of the young men that come from in a city like myself, you know, we've never seen that kind of money.
Right.
You know, we've never been exposed to that type of thing. So a lot of times these young men, they get the money, and the sooner and faster as it comes, it goes.
Right.
And a one of the lessons that I try to tell these young people is, you know, when you win a lottery, same thing, it's like professional sports.
Right.
80% of those people within 2 years
Right.
starting all over again, they lose.
Right.
And that's because, same thing, they have to feel. Nobody prepares them, nobody takes the time to explain to them what they need to do or how they need to take care of that money for the rest of their lives.
You know, I want to tell you, well, this is my question actually. What do you feel about the difference as far as how professional female athletes are treated, the difference in clearly their salaries, the opportunities just in the world of sports for women? Because ours are much more limited. And I don't think that our salaries, unless you're, you know, the elite of the elite, Serena, Venus, that type of thing. How do you feel about just the difference in, I think it's inequitable, but what do you think? How do you feel about it?
Well, the economics of sports is what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of debate on, you know, whether athletes should be paid this or whether they should be paid that. The reality is, people pay to see them.
Right.
So the salaries, you know, obviously represent that.
Okay.
You know, so if the owners are making billions of dollars, it's only right that the players at least make millions of dollars.
Right.
But that being said, from the female perspective, what a lot of people don't know, in my experience, I had some experience with female basketball.
Okay.
And a lot of these female basketball players are doing pretty well, especially overseas.
Right, overseas, yes. I agree overseas. I think in America it's definitely a different concept. Overseas is accepted, I think, much more broader scale, but definitely in America.
Overseas, there are women making $1 million a month playing basketball overseas.
Good job, girls. Way to go.
But with that being said, even in the WNBA here, they're making 6 figures for playing for 3 months.
Right, which is not bad.
Not
I can't
bad.
complain. I
It's
can't
not
complain.
bad.
All right, Chafie and I are we're gonna wrap this part up. We're gonna come right back, and we're gonna talk about the apron that he's actually wearing because this represents my middle school. So we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna finish putting together our fish tacos, our peas and rice, and we're gonna make a drink, 2 different versions because I need the one that's a little more spiked than Chafie. But we'll be right back with Cooking with the Pros.